welcome to TWF Powerrr or Mike. I, Jonathan Coachman. Shit. Okay. Come on. There we go. With Mike today, and with Booker T. And today on Dynamite, we're first going to talk about what happened yesterday on Collision or Hit. Yesterday on Collision or Hit, we saw Elena get a win over Omos, who was now working for the Right to Clean, being overseen by Steven Richards. And Jonathan Coachman says, we just wonder if that's all, that's going to come, how long that war is going to prolong for. And we also wonder, is it going to offshoot onto this show? Well, it's hard to say. Mike today says if it's going to offshoot over to this show or not. But yes, that's what we did see yesterday. We did see Elena beat Omos and her war against the Right to Clean, and who knows how long that's going to prolong itself for. Well, I don't know how long it's going to prolong itself for, Booker T said, but another thing we got to be worried about on NXT, last NXT, when Asuka shifted heel, beat up Io Shirai and Haru Asata, and also Rhea Ripley, and we haven't heard anything, after that. And I wonder how those two are dealing. I wonder how those two are dealing with the, with all, with all the things that, happened. And I wonder what Cody Rhodes' take on that whole thing is, if he's the one who has to fight Asuka next month. Well, you're right about that one. You are right about that one, Jonathan Coachman says. Because next month at Halloween Havoc, Halloween evening night, it will be Cody Rhodes fighting Asuka for the TWF heavyweight winnings. And we do wonder, what his whole take on this whole thing is. Because we haven't heard, from him since that whole thing happened. Ow. Since that whole thing happened, though, Jonathan Coachman says. First off, Cody Rhodes said everyone wants me to give my thoughts on a shameful beatdown that had no business of happening last week on NXT. First, you have Asuka, who is now, well, I can call her a coward shit. I can call her a chicken shit hill. Alright? And that's even bad enough. Then she beats up on her former good friend Io Shirai. You folks might know her as Io Sky. And then, bad enough, she beats up on Haku Asada and also Rhea Ripley. So, Asuka, you think that folks are going to onlook you or fear you after this stunt? No, I don't. Shit. I don't think so. Stand up. I don't think anyone is going to onlook you or fear you after this. Folks are most likely going to shame you and guilt you and scathe you for it. So if that's the way you want to play, then do I got to watch my back? Are you going to beat me up? Are you going to talk Kairi Singh against her free will to beat me up too? Because that's what I'd like to know, Asuka. Where do you stand on this whole thing? Are you a chicken shit heel? Because yeah, I believe you are. And let's not lie about that, because your deeds show as much. Well, We'll have to see, because here comes Oscar now. Stand up. And up. Oh, so you scathing me now, Cody Rhodes. You want to shame me and guilt me for that beatdown that I led last week on NXT. And stand up. You're worried that I gonna do the same to you? I don't need to do that to you, Cody. I have too much onlook for you as a wrestler, as a skilled wrestler. So why would I do that? Oscar, don't be a liar. You don't have any onlook for me or anyone. And yeah, last week when we were getting our waffle deal written out and I put my name on it, you almost made Kyrie go after me. But luckily I grabbed her by the arm and told her she didn't have to do it. You're a chicken shit heel. And now you make your friend, well, you see her more of your underling and you're heavy and you're full now, I guess. Because she has no free will, because you tell her to do shit and she does it. Well, you're not going to be pulling that stunt on me. And up. Come on. Fuck. Why won't these dolls ever stand up? Like, why is it? Because you won't be pulling that stunt on me. And if you think you are, think again. Well, Cody Rhodes has already scathed Asuka for her deeds and her behaviors. But we'll see, because now Io Sarai's come to the ring, and Hakuya Santa, if I can say her name right, and Rhea Ripley. You had fun, didn't you, Asuka? Beating all three of us up last week. You got some good laughs out of it, didn't you? And now you bully Kairi Sane into being your underling, your heavy, instead of being a fool, instead of being a friend. Oh, look, I have to go now. I have something I have to do. Kylie, you gonna go after them now. I don't want to, Oscar. I said do it. You don't have to do anything, Kyrie. You don't gotta listen to this chicken shit hill. Come on. We gonna go now. We'll see you soon. Well, it seems to me, Jonathan Coachman says, that Asuka is behaving like a chicken shit heel would behave like. Forgive what I'm saying, but it is true. Jonathan Coachman says, yeah, well, it looks that way, Mike today says, that Asuka is being what some would, what some would call a chicken shit heel. Mike today says, and we just saw how she backed out of a fight between Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, and Haku Asaka. And I guess that is what heels do. Well, Booker T said the wise heels, they know what to do. The wise heels can back out of a fight. And Asuka, she is no dummy. You don't get to be as great as she was or is without being wise enough to play mind games and to know when to fight and when not to fight, Booker T says. So I onlook that. Oh, so you onlooked at Jonathan Coachman and says, yeah, that's kind of sad that you would onlook something like that. All right, take it away now, Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. I'm going to be talking with Cody Rhodes here today on Dynamite or Mike. All right, Cody Rhodes, you're going to be fighting Asuka for the TWF heavyweight winnings next month at Halloween Havoc or Evening Madness. And you got to be worried about what Asuka's going to do to you. Well, the only thing I'm worried about, Tony, is Asuka going to be the chicken shit heel? Is Asuka going to have Kairi Singh do something she doesn't want to do? We've already seen her do it sundry times in WWE already. We already saw the beatdown play both in WWE and in the TWF. So yes, I'm truly worried about it. Do you think that you'll win the TWF heavyweight winnings and beat Asuka? Well, I don't know if I'm going to win or not going to win that match, Tony. I know I'm going to give it my all. And I know if I do beat Asuka, then maybe I can beat some onlook back into her. You know? Or at least beat some thought back into her head so Asuka starts behaving right again. Well, hopefully that works out for you, and hopefully you become the TWF heavyweight fighter for the 2-with time, and you can beat some wit and some onlook back into Asuka. Hopefully that's the goal, Tony Schiavone. That's the goal. If it happens, that's a whole other thing. Well, that's my talk with Cody Rhodes. Back to you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. Well, thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Cody Rhodes here today on Powerrr and Mike. And that's all the time we got here for Powerrr and Mike. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Mike today and Booker T. We hope you like Powerrr and Mike, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw or Moon Night Raw.